home of the mighty Bearcats, and to our 2019 homecoming game. All leaders have worked tirelessly to prepare for this season. We hope tonight is an injury-free game, and may the best team win. And as we say in Bearcat country, Bearcat pride never dies, it only multiplies. Go Cats!
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Real Sports Live, coming to you from Raymondville, Texas, where we're at Burnett Stadium getting ready for our game between the St. Joseph Bloodhounds and the Raymondville Bearcats. We are shortly underway, about 12 minutes till kickoff, and let's just talk a little bit about both teams here. St. Joe is coming in, coached by Coach Tino Villarreal, his fourth year. Last year, they had a down year over there at St. Joe, going 2-8, but big things are coming. They've already had two big games this year. They're 2-1 with wins in La Grulla and Progreso, and then last week they dropped one in a close one to Rio Hondo. They got some big-time playmakers over there, starting with their running back, Melik Kawachi. Kawachi already has two 200-yard games this season, racking up a total of 592 yards and 5 touchdowns on this short season. Leading the offense as well is quarterback Luigi Cristiano, who's thrown for 437 yards, 4 touchdowns on the season. Their offense is averaging 439 yards a game. But tonight, they're coming across a very stingy Raymondville Bearcat defense who shut down Lyford last week. The Raymondville Bearcats, coached by Frank Cantu in his 6th year, are 2-1 in this short season with wins against La Grulla and Lyford, and they dropped week 1 to a very tough La Feria team. Like I said, last week they beat Lyford 42-0 with big gains from their dynamic duo in the backfield, Zoravian Amandares, who went for 3 touchdowns, Justin Cantu, who went for 2, and then their quarterback, Jared Cavazos, threw for 1. Leading their charge on the defensive side of the field for the Bearcats is Dylan Ramirez, who was just all over the field against Lyford last week, creating all kinds of havoc. He leads the team in tackles and sacks. But don't forget about linebacker DN Tomas Zambrano, who's also a big-time hitter on the defensive side for Raymondville. So from what we've been told, we're looking at a good game here tonight. We hope you guys stay tuned. This is Real Sports Live. If you guys are on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, please like and share. I want to remind everybody that Friday Night Football is not allowed to broadcast our game live, but we will have the audio version of tonight's game. So stay with us, and we'll be back after this.
Number 2, Danny Garza. Number 52, Ricardo Alanis. 54, Mark Anaya. And number 75, Blake Folks. Captains for the Bearcats. Number 13, Justin Cantu. Number 53, Stephen Tovar. Number 69, Isaiah Gloria. Number 6, Jacob Reyes. Number 40, Thomas Zambrano. Number 52, Renato R.J. Fuentes. Number 24, Angel Sandoval. Number 10, Saul Garcia. Number 35, J.J. Rosas. Number 44, Dante Hernandez. And number 50, Jay Bea.
So is that all the seniors or what? Is that pretty much all the seniors or what, JJ?
Watching your numbers. We only forgot 70.
Welcome back to Burnett Stadium, where we have the St. Joseph Bloodhounds versus the Raymondville Bearcats. We're about 7 minutes away from kickoff. Captains are now on the field. And let's see what we're going to start the game off with. Let's meet tonight's captains for the Raymondville Bearcats. Is all the seniors on tonight's homecoming night for the Raymondville Bearcats, but representing them in the middle of the field is number 53, Steven Tovar, number 40, Tomas Zambrano, 21, Jose Peña, and number 13, Justin Cantu. For the St. Joe Bloodhounds, tonight's captains are number 2, Danny Garza, number 52, Ricardo Alanis, number 54, Mark Ayana, and number 75, Blake Fawkes. So stay with us, ladies and gentlemen. We have a big game tonight in Raymondville. Two very, I would say, dominant offensive teams. Like I said, St. Joe has been pumping out 439 yards a game, and Raymondville is not very far behind that, if not equal to. We're looking at teams with two good-looking sets of running backs. In St. Joe, we have Melek Kawachi, and for Raymondville, the dynamic duo of Zoravian Amandares and Justin Cantu. And like I said about Kawachi, St. Joe's Kawachi, he's had big games the last couple of games, racking up out of the 3 games that have been played in this young season, 2 of those games came at 200 yards a game. So over 200 yards. So let's see what happens tonight, and we'll be back from Burnett Stadium. This is Real Sports Live.
And now the home team school song. Please remain standing for our national anthem. Mr. Ibarra, the Criminal Justice Club members, Commander George Solis, and members of the Unit 390 conducted tonight's flag raising ceremony.
All right, welcome back to Raymondville, Texas, Burnett Stadium, where we have the Raymondville Bearcats going against the St. Joe Bloodhounds. Just to remind you, this is Real Sports Live, and we got 9 games on tap for you going around the valley. If you guys are interested in jumping in between games, we got Donna and at Palmview. We have Pearsall at Corpus Christi Wynn, Hannah at Sherryland, Elsa at Mercedes, Pioneer at Rivera, Westico at Harlingen South, Brownsville Vets at PSGA Memorial, and Rio Grande City at Mission Vets. But we are here in Raymondville for Real Sports Live. This is Marco Munguia, going to bring you the play-by-play of tonight's game. We got a big one coming in here tonight. It's really going to be a battle of the defenses tonight. We have 2 very dominant offenses led by running backs, and Raymondville's running back by committee, whether it's Justin Cantu, Zaravian Amandades, or even a drop back pass and pull down and run by Jared Cavazos, you're looking at a triple threat on the Raymondville offense. Over on the St. Joe side, if you were with me earlier, we talked about Malik Kawachi. Malik Kawachi is a prime-time runner. Kid is strong. He's been pumping yard for yard, had 2 big games out of the big 3. And from what I hear, the kid is able to go off at any minute. The kid's strong. He's fast. But like I said, it's going to come down to the line. The lineman going to go ahead and give him some room to work. The defensive line is going to be a battle at the line of scrimmage. Whoever wins that line of scrimmage, we're off to the races. So we'll see what happens tonight here at Raymondville, Texas. This is Real Sports Live. Remember, if you're listening with us, hey, share, like, favorite, whatever you got to do. Get everybody on the stream. We got YouTube, we got Twitter, we have Facebook. So we're just about there for a kickoff on this beautiful evening in Raymondville, Texas. So the crowds are starting to come in. St. Joe wearing the white jerseys with red lettering. The Rainbow Bearcats wearing their blue and gold. Fans are coming in. It looks like it's going to be a packed house tonight. It is actually Rainbow's homecoming, so we're going to have a lot of Rainbow fans, a lot of alumni from Rainbow out at tonight's game.
Welcome, Raymondville Bearcat Nation. Where you at?
And as you can hear, if you can hear that crowd, they are fired up and they're ready. They're Bearcats looking at a 2-1 record on this young season. And St. Joe also looking at a 2-1 record. Both teams have beaten La Grulla this season. St. Joe also beat Progreso with their only loss coming to Rio Hondo in a close game last week. Raymondville sitting at that 2-1 spot, beating La Grulla, beating Lyford, and then their first loss came to week 1 to La Feria. And if you've been paying attention to Valley football, we all know how strong La Feria is this year. So I expect big things for tonight, and we are about ready for a kickoff. Kicking off for the Bearcats, number 10, Saul Garcia. Waiting back to receive, number 17, Kawachi. And number 12, John Martinez. And it's deep enough for a touchback. So St. Joe will start off the first half of football. So leading the party over as St. Joe is number 4, Luigi Cristiano. Cristiano's had a good season so far as well, throwing for 437 yards and 4 touchdowns this season. In the backfield with him, like I said earlier, Malik Kawachi. St. Joe lined up in a trips right, single back. And there's a snap. Hand off to Kalachi, who was stopped immediately behind the line by Noe Zambrano, number 40 for Raymondville Bearcats. And that's a loss of 1. So like I said earlier, it's really going to be the line of scrimmage. What's going to happen up front? What are the big boys going to do? O-line, D-line battle. That's what it's going to come down to. Because if they pass that first line of defense, it might be off to the races when they get to the second or third. So St. Joe once again back in the shotgun. Two receivers set on both sides. Handoff again to Malachi. Malachi comes. He finds a hole up the right side, and he's going. He's on the 50. He's on the 45-40, 35-30, 25-20, 15, 10, 5. Touchdown. Touchdown, St. Joe. Karachi. Like I said, ladies and gentlemen, this is a prime-time runner coming out of Brownsville, St. Joe. He went off right here for about a 70-yard run. 70-yard run to the races up the right side of the field. Got the ball to the outside, took it out, and it was a foot race from there. Bearcats could not keep up with Kawachi, and he gets himself a nice big run. 76-yard run, ladies and gentlemen. So that gives Kawachi is also their kicker, getting ready to get his extra point, but we have flags on the field. Looks like an offsides on the Bearcats. Sure enough, offsides on the Bearcats. So Kawachi will get another shot. Well, it looks like they brought in another kicker. Number 40, Ivan Serra. Serra back, waiting for the snap. Got the hold. And it's good, giving the St. Joe Bloodhounds an early lead, 7-0 in Raymondville. And like I said, ladies and gentlemen, I brought it back up, and I kept saying in the beginning, everything that I've read about Kawachi, this kid's explosive, and we just saw it for ourselves. Now, let's see what Raymondville does, and see that they're going to answer back. I know Coach Cantu has his boys fired up. Once again, a lot going on over here with homecoming this week, so I'm sure their minds are a little bit of everywhere. But now it's time to focus, and let's see what Coach Cantu does to come out the gate with his Bearcats. So as we get ready for the kickoff, I want to remind you we had a 76-yard touchdown right now, touchdown run by Kawachi. So it looks like Kawachi does a little bit of everything. He's running the ball, he's kicking the ball, and he's getting ready to do the kickoff for St. Joe Bloodhounds. Back to receive for the Bearcats, Justin Cantu and Zaravian Amadades. Kick is up. It's a short one. Fielded by number 3 for the Bearcats. And that is Brendan Robles, who finds some room up the middle, still on his feet, gets a block up about the 45, 38-yard line. So Robles gets the short kick and makes a little razzle-dazzle move and gets a nice little gain of about 12 on the kickoff. And the Bearcats will get the ball on their own 38-yard line. Leading the Bearcats offense is junior Jared Cavazos. Cavazos has been doing a real nice job controlling the Bearcat offense. Last week in Lyford, he did a great job setting the tempo, really reading the field, finding his guys where they needed to be, and he's doing a great job leading the Bearcats. Looks like they're in a wildcat formation. The ball's direct snap to Justin Cantu. Justin Cantu breaks up the middle, gets a big hit. He finds himself at the 40, the 35, the 30, the 25, the 20, the 10, the 5, and it's touchdown, Bearcats. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, this is going to be an offensive explosion from both teams. We're looking at two teams with powerful running backs. Earlier in this week, Coach Villan from St. Joe, he said, hey, we got to watch out for Armendariz. Armendariz is their playmaker. And right off the bat, Coach Cantu says, I'm going to give the ball to my other big man in the backfield, Justin Cantu. Sure enough, Cantu takes a direct snap, takes it about 60 yards up the right side of the field, and finds himself pay dirt for 6. Extra point is up, and it's good.
And the kick is good.
So early in the game, I mean, we haven't even gotten 3 minutes into the game, and we already have a touchdown by each team. So early in the game, we got a tie ball game, 7-7. We got 10:47 into the game. And I'm telling you, yeah, I mean, we're already rocking and rolling, ladies and gentlemen. If you're not here, get here. There's seats. Come get your ticket. Get in here. We're going to look at an offensive explosion tonight. So now let's see what St. Joe does to counter.
Back to receive, number 12, John Martinez, and number 17, Melik Kawachi.
Kawachi and Martinez back to receive for the Hounds. And Saul Garcia ready for the kickoff.
Saul Garcia.
So you can't help but think, if this is the way this game's going to go, I mean, we're looking at a 70-point game tonight coming from both teams. One of the defenses is going to wake up at some point in time, and I'm sure both coaches, Coach Frial and Coach Cantu, are both going to make adjustments that need to be done to see what they can do to stop both of these teams from running it up. Garcia with the kickoff, and it's a nice one all the way back to the back of the end zone for a touchback.
And that's a Raymondville Bearcat touchback.
If you're just tuning in, like I said, this game has just come underway in their first series of plays for both teams. They score long run touchdowns for the Bloodhounds, Kawachi, and for the Rainbow Bearcats, Cantu. So the Bloodhounds get the ball back on their 25-yard line, waiting for the call from Coach Frial on the sidelines. Luigi Castellano at the QB spot with Kawachi in the backfield. Twin sets on both sides. Handoff to Kawachi, going up the middle, met immediately by the Bearcat defense. Led by Tomas Zambrano, number 11, Dylan Ramirez.
Little help from his friends on the Bearcat defense.
St. Joe back on the line quickly. Cristiano calls for the ball. He pulls it and keeps it for himself. Cristiano finds himself some room up the right side of the field, takes it down, gets the Bloodhound first down.
Brought down by number 8.
Tackle by number 8, Justin Smith. But we have a flag on the field. Bringing the ball back, we have a holding on the offense. So that's going to bring the Bloodhounds back. Looking at a 2nd and 19. With the ball on the 16-yard line.
2nd down and long for the Bloodhounds.
Cristiano ready. Ready for his snap. Kawachi in the backfield. Trips right. Pulls back. Cristiano finds himself a little receiver screen to number 5 for the Bloodhounds. That's number 5. That's Emiliano Loya with a short gain.
Stop by number 66.
Tackle by number 66 of the Bearcats, Jose Guajardo. Cristiano back in shotgun. Steps back, looking for his receiver down the field. Can't really find anything. He's sitting in that pocket a little too long. He's being chased down by the Bearcats. The ball's on the field. It might be a fumble. Picked up by the Bearcat defense. Going for the corner of the end zone. Did he get in? Touchdown, Bearcats. But we have a flag in the back. Cristiano held the ball a little too long, trying to find some receivers downfield. Give credit to the Raymondville DBs for not giving him any looks. That was definitely a coverage sack. Definitely a coverage sack. No flag. The flag is waved. But like I was saying, Cristiano scrambling, looking for receivers down the field, but the Bearcats just seem to have coverage down. And the result of that, being brought down for almost a sack. Cristiano loses the ball and picked up by the Raymondville defender, who barrels his way into the right pylon for a touchdown. Number 11, Dylan Ramirez, was the Raymondville defender who chased down Cristiano to knock the ball down, and I believe it was Tomas Zambrano, number 40, who picked it up and barreled his way to the end zone, diving out to the right side pylon to get inside for the touchdown.
Let's give him a round of applause, ladies and gentlemen.
So now we're waiting for the extra point. So Raymondville takes a quick swing of momentum. And like I said earlier, it was just a matter of time before one of these defenses made something happen. Extra point is up, and it is good, giving the Raymondville Bearcats a 14-7 lead with 9:15 in the game.
Raymondville Bearcats 14, St. Joe Bloodhounds 7.
So now the Bearcats take a quick advantage here on that turnover, taking it in for a loose ball fumble and getting into the end zone. The Bloodhounds are back on the field quickly, and they're ready. They say, our mistake, let's shake it off, and let's keep going, guys. Raymondville coming out on the field, getting ready for the kickoff. And St. Joe anxiously waiting to get the ball back.
Number 17, Malik.
Back to receive for St. Joe, Kawachi and Martinez.
Kicking off will be number 10, Saul Garcia.
Saul Garcia hasn't given Kawachi or Martinez a chance to take a kick return. He's been kicking back all the way back to the back of the end zone for touchbacks. Let's see what Garcia does right now. All right, Garcia's back for the kickoff. And there's the boom. Martinez decides to let it go for another touchback.
That'll be a Raymondville Bearcats.
So the Bloodhounds will get the ball on their 25-yard line. And I can only imagine Kawachi's like, Coach, give me the ball, Coach. Let me do my thing. So let's see what Coach Real has in store for us. Cristiano back in the shotgun formation. Waiting for the call to come in. And here we go. We got two-man backfield. Cristiano with the handoff. Met in the backfield is Kawachi by Dylan Ramirez. I spoke about Ramirez earlier in the broadcast today. He does lead the Bearcats in tackles and sacks. Kid is a force to be reckoned with. Cristiano waiting for the call. In the backfield with Cristiano, we got number 14, Josh Martinez, alongside Kawachi. Cristiano with the handoff to Kawachi, decides to pull it out and takes it up the middle. And it's a QB keeper on the option. Cristiano picks up about 6. Met by number 66 of the Bearcats, Jorge Guajardo. Now, at the helm, number 12, Martinez, takes a direct snap given to Kawachi, but Kawachi is met in the backfield quickly by number 9 of the Bearcats, J.R. Torres. And that's a big loss for the Bloodhounds.
That'll bring us a 4th down and long for the Bloodhounds.
Bloodhounds looking at a 4th and long, getting ready to punt it away. Giving the ball right back. I said earlier, it's only a matter of time before one of the defenses is going to wake up. And right now, it was the Bearcat defense who really picked it up, said they gave up that first touchdown, and they said, no more. Let's do something, gentlemen. And here is the punt. It's a nice punt by number 12, John Martinez, that takes a St. Joe bounce all the way back to about the 50-yard line. So the Bearcats will have good field position looking at the 50-yard line. 7:23 into the first quarter, 14-7 Bearcats. Raymondville signal caller Jared Cavazos ready with the play. Cavazos back in shotgun. Got a man in motion. That's number 12. Nathan Munguia, who takes a little handoff up the right side of the field with a nice gain of about 7. Munguia was the man in motion, took a sweep around the right side, and picked up about 7. 2nd and 3 for the Bearcats.
2nd down and 3.
Ball now on the St. Joe 43-yard line. Cavazos, like I said, does a really nice job controlling the offense, has a nice tempo, gets the ball where it needs to be, has Armendariz in motion. Cavazos pulls the ball, finds himself some room up the right side, and he's bulldozing. He's bulldozing over defensive backs here. Tough run by Cavazos, which is a nice-looking run by Cavazos and met by Danny Garza.
And you know what that means, ladies and gentlemen.
And Cavazos picks up the first down.
For another Raymondville Bearcat first down.
Bearcats keep moving the chains. Cavazos in shotgun. In the backfield with him is Justin Cantu. Got a twin set. Cantu gets the ball up the left side of the field, finds himself some room up the side, but we have a flag on the field.
Penalty flag on the field. Tackle by number 14.
So Justin Cantu picks up about 7 yards, but is going back. It looks like it's a holding call against the Bearcats. Number 14, Josh Martinez for the Bloodhounds, brought Cantu down. So 10 yards from the spot of the foul. And we're looking at a first and 15. Ball now back on St. Joe's 39-yard line. Cavazos gets the snap. Hand off to Armendariz. Armendariz is looking to get around the right side of the field. Got the sideline, stays in bounds. He's at the 20, the 15, the 10, the 5. Touchdown, Bearcats. Touchdown, Armendariz. Cavazos hands the ball off to Armendariz, so Armendariz comes all the way around the right side of the field, stays in bounds right down the sideline, and finds him room to run, taking it all the way down for the touchdown. So 3 touchdowns, 2 on the offensive side, 1 on the defensive side for the Bearcats. Extra point is up, and it is good. Flag was down, but it looks like it was offsides on the defense, and it is declined, giving the Raymondville Bearcats 21, St. Joe 7.
Brownsville. How about my Raymondville Bearcat Nation? Where are you at?
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we got ourselves a high-scoring affair for the Rainbow Bearcats, showcasing their double trouble running backs. Justin Cantu has gone off for a 60-yard touchdown. Armendariz himself getting himself a little bit of love, giving himself a 30-yard touchdown. And then we had a fumble recovery touchdown by Tomas Zambrano. On the St. Joe side, their 7 points came from a 76-yard run by Kawachi. Getting ready for Rainville to kick off. Waiting for the kickoff, Kawachi and Martinez. .539 left in the first quarter. Rainbow Bearcats 21, St. Joe 7. This is Real Sports Live coming to you from Burnett Stadium in Rainville, Texas. Rainville kicker Saul Garcia is ready for the kickoff. Martinez bumbles the ball, drops it, but picks it back up. He's looking up the middle. He finds a little bit of room to run before met by a slew of Rainbow Bearcats and finally brought down on the 33-yard line. Tackled by number 23, Jason Medina, for the Bearcats.
Nice coverage. That'll be 1st and 10.
So let's see what adjustments Coach Verleal has in store for his Bloodhounds. I'm sure he wasn't ready to be down so quickly in the first quarter, especially how quick they scored right off their second possession of the game. So Cristiano gets the snap, pulls it back out, and he's met immediately by Dylan Ramirez, who comes crashing in as Cristiano pulls a play-action fake out, looking for someone down the field, and I'm telling you right off, Dylan Ramirez is in that backfield quicker than you can say quick. So now looking at a 2nd and 16 for the Bloodhounds. Ball on their 27-yard line. Cristiano in the shotgun with 2 running backs next to him, Martinez and Kawachi. Kawachi gets the handoff and once again is met immediately by Dylan Ramirez. 2 tackles has come straight from Dylan Ramirez, who's been right there. I mean, in the exchange of the quarterback and the running back, Ramirez is right in their face, not giving up anything for St. Joe. So now we're looking at a 3rd and 22, ball on St. Joe's 27. Cristiano in the shotgun, got Kawachi right next to him, pulls out, finds himself a receiver, but it is dropped. So we got an incomplete pass intended to number 10, Santiago Balderas. 4th and 27 for the Bloodhounds, looking to kick off. Punt that ball away now. Waiting to receive that punt is number 8, Justin Smith.
Back to receive number 8, Justin Smith for the Bearcats.
Punt is up. Short punt that takes a roll to the out of bounds. So Bearcats get the ball with good field position. An 11-yard punt for St. Joe, giving the Bearcats something to work with. Ball spotted on St. Joe's 33. Jared Cavazos leading the offensive charge for the Rainbow Bearcats with his threats with him. Justin Cantu and Zaravian Armendariz. Armendariz in the motion, handoff to Armendariz, coming right back to that right side of the field. He's on the 35, little shake and bake, razzle-dazzle. He's counting back to the other side, the left side of the field. He's on the 15, the 10, the 5. Touchdown, Armendariz. Armendariz comes in motion all the way to the right side of the field, looks for a little bit of something up the right side and sees some room on the cutback, cuts all the way back to the left side of the field, and no one's keeping up with that kid. Quickly quickly a change of momentum. After opening up this game, St. Joe came out and said, let's rock and roll. And just like that, Raymondville has turned this game right around. All momentum, all Raymondville. Extra point is up, and it is good.
Point is true. That'll bring the score. Raymondville Bearcats 28. St. Joe's 7.
So with 3:47 in the first, Raymondville Bearcats 28, St. Joe 7. After that opening drive by St. Joe, there has been very little offense on their side. Dylan Ramirez has just taken over defensively and is all over the backfield.
I'd like to remind everybody about the concessions. The band booster on the east side behind the home team. And the Raymondville Athletic Booster Club behind the home team on the west side are open, selling tacos, sausage tacos, Bearcat chili, sodas, candies, pickles, popcorn.
So here we go. Raymondville
Get you some.
getting ready to kick the ball back away to St. Joe. And St. Joe is ready to do something. He's saying, let's go. Let's see what we can put together.
Martinez back to receive.
Saul Garcia back to kick the ball away. With St. Joe ready to receive. Ball is up. And sails back to the end zone, which will be another Bearcat touchback. So we've seen a little bit of everything here tonight from the Raymondville Bearcats. Cavasso's done a nice job signaling the calls coming in and clean exchange to his running backs, Cantu and Almendares. Cantu with a touchdown tonight, Almendares with 2 touchdowns tonight. Raymondville's 4th touchdown came from a fumble recovery by Tomas Zambrano.
Once again, doing a great job tonight. That number 4, your quarterback, Luigi Cristiano.
Cristiano for St. Joe back in the shotgun, ready to make something happen. He's looking for a man. He holds on to the ball, still looking, scrambling on the right side of the field. And it is an incomplete pass as he could not find any receiver to get it up to.
Emiliano Loya. Nice defense by the Bearcats.
The Raymondville secondary has done a great job not giving Cristiano any looks. That's why Cristiano's having to pull the ball down and scramble. Give credit to the Raymondville DBs. St. Joe getting their call from the sideline. Cristiano calling the plays. Kawachi in the backfield. Hand off to Kawachi. Finds himself some room on the right side of the field. Getting around the corner. Up the sideline. Picks up about 7.
By number 8, Justin Smith.
Taken out of bounds by Justin Smith. .322 in the first. Cristiano calls for the ball. Hand off up the middle. Tough yards by Kawachi. Picks up about 5 and gets the first down.
Now by number 52.
Taken down by number 52 of the Bearcats, R.J. Fuentes. Cristiano hands off to Kawachi. Kawachi finds some room on the Bloodhound right-hand side, but doesn't pick up much. Met immediately by number 74 of the Bearcats, Giovanni Valderas.
Giovanni Valderas. Nice job up front.
All right, St. Joe handoff is taken away, and number 4 for the Bloodhounds, Luigi Cristiano keeps it himself and is met with a hard shot
Back to about the line of scrimmage
by number 7 of the Bearcats, Zoravian Almendares. Almendares out there saying, hey, I don't just run, I can hit too. And I'm sure Cristiano felt that one. So 3rd and 11 for the St. Joe Bloodhounds. And like I said, they're trying to get something going on the offensive side. Cristiano pulls back in the shotgun, looking for his receivers down the field. He finds one, but it's overthrown. Pass is intended for number 10, Rafa Varela. And we're looking at a 4th and 11. We have 1 minute and 58 seconds left in this first quarter. The Raymondville Bearcats 28, St. Joe 7. And it was a quick turnaround. St. Joe came out guns blazing. Pre-game, they were focused. You could just tell in their pre-game warm-ups how focused they were, and they showed it on their first possession when they went down and scored a long touchdown run by Kawachi. But then after that, it's been all Bearcats, ladies and gentlemen. So now we have the Rainbow Bearcats getting the ball back on their 40-yard line. Want to remember, if you're listening to our game tonight, please tell your friends, share, like, post, whatever you do. YouTube, Facebook, Twitter. We are here. We have 9 games in the Valley being broadcasted through Real Sports Live. Find your favorite team and join our broadcasters as we're giving you the play-by-play analysis of our games. Remember, through UIL regulation, we cannot show a video feed tonight, but after the game, we're going to try to give you as many highlights as we can. Handoff for the Rainbow Bearcats that just have gone through, who's met pretty quickly in the back by number 99 of St. Joe, Sergio Martinez, for a loss of 2. So 2nd and 12 for the Bearcats. Gavassos calling the plays. He's got his tandem next to him of Cantu and Almendares. And it looks like Cavazos is ready. Cavazos in shotgun, gets the snap. Hand off to Armendariz, who finds some room up the middle. Jumps, shakes, bakes, got some room. He's breaking the 40. He's at the 35, the 30, the 25, and finally brought him down at about the St. Joe 17-yard line. Taken down finally by Sean Teong. As Armendariz keeps those yards going. So Rainbow Bearcats now get the ball on the 17-yard line of St. Joe, and they're ready to knock on the door of that touchdown again. Looks like Coach Cantu wants to talk things over. Timeout Raymondville. And we'll be back after this.
Thanks for watching Real Sports Live. Thanks for watching Real Sports Live.
Real Sports 5, number 1.
Fishing fans, here's your chance to catch some fish and help out athletes at the same time. Mark the calendar now and plan on attending October 20th as the 3-Up, 3-Down San Perlita Booster Club Fishing Tournament looks to be the biggest and best yet. Located at Laguna Madre Baits in Port Mansfield, Texas, this tournament is set to provide 100% of the proceeds directly to the athletic programs. Artificial lures only with a blackjack format. No fish over 21 inches, $150 per team or boat. Maximum 4 people, and the grand champion is the team closest to 63 inches with 1 red trout and 1 flounder. Food raffles, baked goods, a silent auction, and terrific prizes from some great sponsors. Registration is October 19th.
We are back in Burnett Stadium in Rainville, Texas, where we have the Rainville Bearcats up 28-7. Against St. Joe. We have 31 seconds left in the first quarter as Raymondville has the ball on the 17-yard line. Gavassos calls for the snap in the shotgun. Handoff. He actually keeps it himself up the middle, finds some room, and has a nice little run of about 7. Gavassos calls his own number, tucks it, and goes. Follows his blockers, and he has some nice-looking blockers up in front of him. So he said, lead the way, big boys, and I'll just follow. And it's a first down.
Another Raymondville Bearcat first down.
We are winding down, but it looks like we're going big here. Handoff, straight pitch to Amendares. Amendares goes to the right side of the field, and he finds himself the touchdown, but there was a flag on the field. Looks like this one could be coming back. Flag is on the Bearcats. Ball is coming back. Armendariz found himself a direct snap and goes up the right side of the field for the touchdown, but it's called back. And that will do it for the first quarter of football. I want to remind our viewers that if you're just tuned in, that due to UIL regulations, we cannot broadcast a Friday night football game live with video. But the best we can do for you right now through Real Sports Live is to give you a play-by-play audio version, and then about an hour after the game, we're going to do our best to give you the highlights from tonight's game, which will have video to it. So at the end of the first quarter, it's been all Raymondville Bearcats after that first series from St. Joe. But I can almost promise you this, ladies and gentlemen. I know that Coach Verdial is going to get his boys fired up, and they have a never-quit attitude. There's a lot of football left to play here. So we're going to keep going, and we still got 3 quarters of football left to play. We want to thank our listeners for tuning in. Remember to like, share, and get everybody tuned in to Real Sports Live. So Raymondville with the ball on St. Joe's 14-yard line. Man in motion, given to Cantu. Cantu finds his way up the left side of the field. He's at the 5, and it's a touchdown, Bearcats. Cantu, who's a man in motion, starting over on the right side of the field, makes his way to the left. Cavazos with a nice exchange, gives the handoff. Cantu finds his way on an end around right up the left side of the field, finds himself 6. So right now, St. Joe has absolutely no answer for Raymondville's running backs. But I know that Coach Verdial is going to go back in there and make the adjustments that he's going to need to get his team right back in this game. Garcia up for the extra point, and it's good.
Raymondville Bearcats 35, St. Joe Bloodhounds 7.
So just underway in the second quarter, Raymondville puts the ball in again, and they're up 35-7 against St. Joe.
October 20th. See you there at the 3-Up, 3-Down fishing tournament in Port Mansfield, where catching fish is helping athletes in a big, big way.
Hi, we're Lady Vikings, and thank you for watching Real Sports Live. Thank you for watching Real Sports Live.
Are you ready?
Back at Burnett Stadium in Raymondville, Texas. Raymondville Bearcats 35, St. Joe 7. We're just underway of the second quarter. And like I said, all momentum has been Bearcats tonight. St. Joe is looking for anything they can find, some momentum, something to go their way. Let's see how things go. Raymondville Bearcats just coming off of a touchdown, a Justin Cantu touchdown. And St. Joe is ready to receive.
Looks to be number 17, Malik
Kawachi and Martinez back to receive, with Raymondville's Garcia ready to kick off. Kick is up. It's against the wind, so it's playable. Takes a bounce, and it looks like the Raymondville Bearcats get the bounce. Aaron Rivera takes the ball right off of the bounce. No St. Joe receiver was there to pick up the ball on the kick return, on the kickoff. And I think that was just a mental error. So Raymondville jumped on the ball to receive the ball on the kickoff. So Raymondville gets the ball on the 20-yard line. So it just seemed like St. Joe had a mental error and wasn't sure. It's not like a punt. It was a kickoff, and they didn't have anybody to go get that ball. Cavazos drops back, and the shotgun finds his receiver, and it's a nice throw to Jason Cantu, but just comes up short. Incomplete pass. So Coach Cantu says, let's put the ball in the air. Cavazos drops back, throws himself a nice little 35-yard pass, but just came up a little short. And Cantu, Jason Cantu, couldn't quite get his hands on it. Raymondville looking at a 2nd and 10, ball on their 20-yard line, on St. Joe's 20-yard line. And they're trying to execute another 7. Cavazos back in shotgun with no backs, but he does have a man in motion. The man in motion is number 3, Brendan Robles, but is not a smooth exchange. So Robles drops the ball, but the ball is recovered by Cavazos. So Raymondville keeps the ball, avoids the turnover, and now we're looking at a 3rd and 12 with a ball on St. Joe's 22. Cavazos back in the shotgun, has his dual threat. Tight end Jason Cantu goes in motion. Cavazos rolling out to the right side of the field, finds Armendariz short. Armendariz does a little razzle-dazzle, back and forth. He's at the 5. Then he's in for a touchdown. So Cavazos rolls out to the right side of the field, finds himself a short screen pass to Armendariz, and Armendariz just does the rest. Armendariz made about 3 guys miss. The kid just has a shake and bake type of run, just is almost untouchable. Saul Garcia now for the extra point. It's up, and it's good, giving the Raymondville Bearcats a 42-7 lead over St. Joe with 10:53 left in the first half. So this first half of play has been all Raymondville. Right now, Armendariz has 3 touchdowns. Cantu has 2 touchdowns, and then a fumble recovery by Tomas Zambrano, which gave the defensive side of Raymondville a touchdown to claim for their own. So lots of time left in this ball game.
Welcome to the class reunion of 2009. Thank you guys for coming out.
So on Raymondville's homecoming night, they've come out ready to play and have erupted for 42 points in the first half of football.
Number 12, John Martinez, and number 17, Malik Kawachi.
Waiting to receive the kickoff, we have Kawachi and Martinez. And here we go. We're ready for kickoff here. Coming off of that Raymondville TD by Armendariz. Saul Garcia is our kicker tonight for the Bearcats. Kick is up. And Kawachi is waiting for the ball. He gets it and is taken down immediately by number 4 of the Bearcats, Samuel Gomez. Now Coach Freddy-Al has to get his troops going. And when you're down like this, the only thing you can say is, guys, let's just keep playing. Play hard. One hand is off to Kawachi, who finds some room up the middle. Gain of about 7. Tackle by number 66, Jose Guajardo. 2nd and 8. Cristiano calls for the snap. Given right back to Kawachi. Kawachi finds the ball up the middle and stuffed. Met by number 11, Dylan Ramirez. Short gain of about 1. St. Joe looking at a 3rd and 1 with the ball on the 25-yard line. Cristiano is back in the shotgun. Once again, handed off to Kawachi, who finds a little bit more room this time and gets the first down for St. Joe. Met by number 21, Jose Peña.
For the Bearcats.
St. Joe going with a no huddle. They just want to get right back on the line. Cristiano gets the snap. Hand off again to Kawachi. Kawachi up the middle for a tough run of about 6. Tackled by number 32, Victor Oviedo. St. Joe is getting on the ball quickly. They're in the no huddle. They got a trips left now with Kawachi in the backfield. Hand off once again to Kawachi and met by Dylan Ramirez, but not before. Might have picked up about 3, just about a yard short of the first down. So now St. Joe is looking for a 3rd and 1, and I can almost put money that they're going to get the ball right back to Kawachi. Sure enough, Kawachi gets the ball up the middle, gets the first down. Kawachi is St. Joe's workhorse. I told you earlier, he broke off for a 76-yard TD run, and a couple games before this, he's got 2 200-yard games. He is a workhorse for St. Joe, and they're going to keep feeding him the ball. And now we have a Rainbow timeout, and we'll be back. This is Real Sports Live.
Are you ready for low prices? It's a Hacienda party.
It's football season at Hacienda Ford, and you can get a new Ford Expedition with 20-inch wheels, leather, navigation, and more for $12 grand off MSRP.
We got the tailgates down and we're feeling all right. My Hacienda friends are saving money tonight.
Hacienda has it.
Hi, we're Bearcats, and thank you for watching Real Sports Live.
Fans, if you want to look your best at the next game, then let Chewy's Custom Sports go to work for you. From custom designs and graphics to mass production in-house. If it's hats, shirts, buttons, mugs, cups, banners, and more, then Chewy's is there for every team and every sport. A veteran-owned company in touch with the community. It's Chewy's Custom Sports.
All right, here we go. First and 10 for St. Joe. Handoff is pulled out. Quarterback keep. Cristiano holds on to the ball, trying to find his way up the right side, but cannot find anything. Met by number 8, Justin Smith, and number 11, Dylan Ramirez. Cristiano coming up the field pretty slowly. We're going to take a timeout. We'll be back.
Benito.
Hi, we're Mackay Bulldogs. Thanks for watching Real Sports Live.
Needing a treat before or after the big game? Then, when in Harlingen, stop in at the Scoop Ice Cream Parlor and Deli and treat yourself to some amazing things. Ice creams, shakes, sundaes, banana splits, and that's just a sample. If you can dream it, they can make it at the Scoop in Harlingen. From the deli comes a variety of sandwiches that is sure to bring you back for more. Hamburgers and hot dogs served every day. Open Tuesday through Saturday, 11 to 7, Sundays from 12 to 6 on F Street in Harlingen. It's the Scoop Ice Cream Parlor and Deli.
Hi, we're the Lady Tigers, and thank you for watching Real Sports Live.
Are you ready? Are you ready? Are you ready for low prices? It's a Labor Day party.
The Hacienda Ford Labor Day sale is going on now. You can get a new F-150 starting at just $27,995 or 0% interest for 72 months.
We got the tailgates down and we're feeling all right. My Hacienda friends are saving money tonight.
Hacienda has it.
Real Sports Live back in Raymondville, Texas, Burnett Stadium, where we have the Raymondville Bearcats up 42, St. Joe Bloodhounds 7. Coming out of that timeout, we now have number 12, John Martinez, doing the play calling for St. Joe. Flag on the play. against St. Joe. Ball taken back 5 yards. 2nd and 17. Ball on the 47-yard line. On St. Joe's 47. John Martinez now calling the plays for the Bloodhounds with Kawachi to his left. Trips left, and the trips left for Mason. 3rd and 20 for the Bloodhounds. And they have yet to find something. Just a while ago, Kawachi was chipping and chipping and chipping away. And that took an abrupt halt. Martinez back in shotgun. Kawachi to his side. Hand off to Kawachi up the middle, who's met immediately by the Bearcats.
Kawachi with the carry.
66 once again for the Bearcats. Jose Guajardo, who's doing a great job stuffing up the middle of for the D-line. 4th and 17, ball on the 50-yard line. St. Joe is looking to punt. Waiting for the punt, Raymondville's number 8, Justin Smith.
Back to receive number 8, Justin Smith.
St. Joe gets the punt off. It takes a nice little punt with a nice St. Joe bounce, but not before it gets into the end zone. Number 2 for St. Joe, Danny Garza, was trying to sprint down there to get it, at least at the 2 or the 1 yard line, but it took a too big of a bounce. So now the Bearcats get the ball back on the 20-yard line of St. Joe, on their own 20-yard line. Raymondville's running backs have been big tonight. Once again, Armendariz has gone for 3 touchdown runs. Justin Cantu has gone for 2 touchdown runs. And the last touchdown came from a fumble recovery by Tomas Zambrano. Number 1, junior Jared Cavazos leading the Bearcat offense. Hands off to number 8, Justin Smith, who finds some room up the left side of the field, and he's jumping, and he jumped out of bounds. Forced out of bounds by St. Joe's number 45, Rafael Parra. That'll give Raymondville a first down.
Another Raymondville Bearcat. First down.
Right now, St. Joe has had no answer for the Raymondville's running game. Cavazos back in shotgun. Has Justin Cantu to his side. Justin Cantu gets the handoff, finding big room. Got some room up the left side of the field. Going at the 40, the 35, the 30. Breaking tackles. Finally taken down. Finally taken down. But not before picking up a big gain of about 40 yards.
Taken down by number 45, Rafael Parra.
Finally taken down by number 45, Rafael Parra.
And they'll move the chains, ladies and gentlemen.
So big, strong run by Justin Cantu, who was meeting and challenging any tackler who was coming his way. He was just putting his shoulder down and said, I dare you to hit me. Raymondville Bearcats' run game has almost been unstoppable tonight with Armendariz and Cantu. Jared Cavazos ready for the snap. Hand off to Armendariz, finding his way up the right-hand side, cuts up the middle, gets himself a nice little gain of about 7.
Looks to be taken down by number 2, Danny Garza.
2nd and 2, Bearcats.
Danny Garza on the tackle.
Ball on St. Joe's 12-yard line. Jared Cavazos keeping the tempo of this game moving, doing a nice job managing the clock with his 2 weapons to his side. Hand off to Cantu, who finds his way up the left side of the field, has a stiff arm, but is met and dragged down at about the 9-yard line. Taken down by number 12, John Martinez. and number 14, Josh Martinez. But not before Raymondville gets the first down. So now Raymondville is looking at a 1st and goal, ball on the 9-yard line.
First down, Bearcats.
Cavazos back in shotgun. Armendariz in motion. Handoff to Justin Cantu. Cantu tries to get up the right side of the field, but it looks like we have a flag on the field.
Tackled by number 14, Josh Martinez.
5-man in the backfield flag, bringing the ball back 5, but repeating the down. So first,
Ball is at the 14-yard line of St. Joe's.
so 1st and 14, and we're looking at a 1st and goal from the 14-yard line. Cavazos ready for the call, gets the snap, and flag on the field. Another one on the Bearcats.
That'll be another penalty on the Bearcats.
So add another 5.
Still 1st and goal.
Now we got a 1st and goal, ball on St. Joe 19, with Raymondville trying to clean things up to extend their lead. Trips right. Cavazos in the backfield with Cantu next to his side. Cavazos pulls back, rolls to the right, looks for a receiver, finds Cantu about the 20-yard line. Cantu makes a miss. It's on the 10, the 5, all the way to the 5-yard line. So a gain of about 13. Ball now on the St. Joe's 4. But it looks like we have another flag on the field.
With a flag on the field.
So let's see the officials' call. Lots of Friday night football going on tonight. Right now we have Hidalgo over Rio Hondo, 14-0 in the first. La Villa down against Monte Alto, 8-0. La Grulia on top of Orange Grove right now, 28-6 in the second. Just for a few scores that are going around the valley. Flag is against Raymondville, bringing them back all the way now to the 24-yard line. So now we have a 1st and 24, which started off as a 1st and goal, and we have 3 flags against the Raymondville in a row. For the most part, it had been a clean game. Not too many penalties, not too many mistakes, but now we have 3 in a row by the Bearcats. Cavazos making some adjustments. Armendariz in motion. Cavazos rolls to the left, finds a man all alone. Touchdown, Bearcats. Cavazos finds a connection with number 8 of the Bearcats, Justin Smith. Jared Cavazos rolls to the left after a play fake action. Rolls out to the left side of the field, finds Justin Smith all alone at the end zone for the touchdown.
Number 10, Saul Garcia for the extra.
Saul Garcia ready for the extra point. And it looks like it's brought down. Bad snap. Garcia throws the ball to the back of the end zone, which is picked off by number 10 of St. Joe, and he is brought down. So it seems like it was a bad snap. So Saul Garcia picks up the ball, tries to go around, try to find somebody in the back of the end zone, just throws it out there. And Garcia's throw is picked off, but it leads to absolutely nothing. Just a bad snap and no extra point. So With 3 minutes left in the first half of football, Raymondville Bearcats 54, St. Joe 7.
54. St. Joe's.
Raymondville has just had an offensive explosion, and St. Joe just hasn't had any answer for them. St. Joe's offense continues to chip away, but after that big run by Kawachi in the first set of plays of the game, there's been very little after that. So back to receive for St. Joe now is Martinez and Kawachi, who are waiting to do some of their own, which, don't get me wrong, ladies and gentlemen, at any second they could. Seems like we have a conference. Coach Cantu of the Raymondville Bearcats over there trying to figure out what was going on that bad snap on the extra point. There seemed to be a little bit of there seemed to have been a flag on the field, but they're trying to figure it all out. From what we see and from what we hear, that on that scrambled play, that there might have been a block on the back or a hit on the back. So it might be a dead ball, unsportsmanlike conduct, but the officials are still trying to figure it out as they conference. All right. So it seems like things are now settled, and it looks like the kickoff is going to be on Raymondville's 45, which gives Garcia a chance for a short kickoff. Pre-game of this, Garcia was taking 60-yard field goal shots.
On the score, Bearcats 48, St. Joe.
We have a correction on the score. The score is Bearcats 48, St. Joe 7. So Garcia now back for the kickoff. Ball going to Kawachi and Martinez. And gives a short kick. But not. Kawachi comes up, tries to get the ball before it rolls out of bounds. But the ball rolls out of bounds on the kickoff, which the flags are thrown. So let's see here.
Why is everybody calling me? What's up? Yeah. What's up? What's up? Okay, I got you.
All right. So things are trying to come down here. And once again, don't forget, this is Real Sports Live. We have all types of games going on in the Valley being broadcasted on Real Sports Live. Donna at Palmview, Pearsall at Corpus Christi Win, Hannah at Sherryland, Elsa at Mercedes, Pioneer at Rivera, Westlaco at Harlingen South, Brownsville Vets at PSJ Memorial, Rio Grande City at Mission Vets. So after that, we're trying to figure out what's going on here. It looks like we have some miscommunication. For a while, they thought they were going to do a re-kick on that. So as the officials are trying to clear things up, we'll be back after this.
Hola, les habla su amigo Benjamín Gómez, el alcalde de San Benito, invitando a toda la gente que venga a visitarnos aquí a San Benito. Crucen por el puente Los Indios, más bien conocido como el puente de Lucio Blanco. Visítenos a las atracciones que tenemos aquí en San Benito. Aquí los esperamos. Muchas gracias, su amigo Benjamín Gómez.
All right, here we go. Seems like everything's cleared up now. So it's going to be St. Joe ball on their own 24. And we're having some technical difficulties with our clock here. So trying to fix things up. But let's look around at some scores around the valley. Ed Couch Elsa is up 7-6 on Edinburgh North. La Feria on top of PI in the second, 27-0. Brownsville Vets Memorial 35, PSJ Memorial 0. Last night we had Edinburgh Vela defeat Los Fresnos 35-18. Westlaco High on top of Harlingen South 14-0. And now we're ready. Clock has been set. 2:27 left in the half. Snap given to the quarterback. Kawachi finds himself a little hole and then met by number 11, Dylan Ramirez. Kawachi picks up about a gain of 8. John Martinez is quarterback right now for St. Joe. Earlier in the game, we had Luigi Cristiano, who was leading. Now we got Martinez. Martinez pulls the ball back, finds himself a little bit of room to run up the left-hand side of the field, finds himself a hole about the C gap for a gain of about 5 for a St. Joe first down.
That'll be a 1st and 10 at St. Joe.
St. Joe moving the chains, seeing that they can get something going before halftime. Martinez calls for the snap. Kawachi to his right side. Ball handed off to Kawachi. Kawachi finds some room up the right side of the field, following his tackle, and met and brought down by number 2, A.J. Sayas. A gain of about 6. Ball on St. Joe's 41. Second and about 3. Martinez calls a snap. Hand off to Kawachi. Kawachi finds a little bit of room up the right side between his tackle and his guard and picks up a gain of about 5, getting the first down. Kawachi the workhorse, and St. Joe calls a no huddle. Kawachi gets the ball right again. I believe St. Joe is now trying to just wear down the Raymondville defense by going to no huddle. And Kawachi just keeps chipping away, getting those positive yards on this drive. Clock is ticking. We got about 42 seconds left in this half. Martinez calls the snap. Handoff once again to Kawachi. Actually, he pulls it back. Martinez keeps the ball up the left side of the field. Finds himself a little bit of room to run. Picks up about 2 yards. Met by R.J. Fuentes, who takes Martinez down. St. Joe calls a timeout with 27 seconds left. And let's get a quick recap of what's been going on here. St. Joe started off this game loud and clear, trying to make a statement. Second play of the game, Kawachi goes for a 76-yard TD run. But after that, it's been all Raymondville. Raymondville's running game has almost been unstoppable. 7 touchdowns on tonight for Raymondville. Cantu has been credited with 2 of them. Armendariz with 3 of them. Cavazos had a nice TD pass over to receiver Smith. And then the last touchdown that we can account for is that fumble recovery on the defensive side of Raymondville with Tomas Zambrano rumbling down to get the touchdown for the defense on the fumble. Other than that, like I said, before the game started, ladies and gentlemen, it was gonna be a battle. It was gonna be a battle. We knew both teams had big-time runners on both sides of the field, and that's what we've seen tonight. Kawachi's kind of slowed down, but don't get me wrong, he has been scratching and he has been grinding to get every single yard that he can get. But Raymondville's defense has buckled down. Raymondville's defense has held their own. So Martinez now back, ready for the snap, pulls back on a play action, finds a man deep, finds number 10, and he's caught. Play action pass from Martinez to number 10, Rafa Varela, for a nice catch of about 30 yards. Timeout St. Joe with 20 seconds left in the first half of play.
Timeout St. Joe. Hi, thank you for watching Real Sports Live.
Hi, we're the Road 9 City Rattlers. Stay
new year off right. Alpha Men's Primary Care wants to remind all men it's time for your annual physical. Call to schedule an appointment. It's about the body, mind, and emotion. Stop feeling sluggish, having no energy, or being stressed. Alpha Men's Healthcare believes in a holistic approach to your overall health. Even if you have low testosterone, diabetes, high blood pressure, or gained weight, let Alpha Men's Primary Care help you increase your energy, stamina, endurance, and quality of life. Start feeling young again. Alpha.
Real Sports Live back in Raymondville, Texas, Burnett Stadium, where we left with St. Joe ball on Raymondville's 16-yard line. Martinez back in shotgun, has a man in motion. Number 14, Josh Martinez. Hand off to Josh Martinez on an end around on the left side of the field. Picks up a gain of about 2.
Number 11, Dylan Ramirez, and number 2, A.J. Sayas.
With 13 seconds left, St. Joe calls a timeout. St. Joe is trying to get a strike in there before halftime, trying to get a little bit of momentum going their way as they go back into the locker room. Let's see if Coach Cantu's defense decides to shut them down. Plenty of big plays here tonight on both the Raymondville and the St. Joe side. The big play for St. Joe came from that 76-yard run by Kawachi. And then after that, like I said, all the big plays have come from Raymondville. Plenty of ball left to play in this game. We're at 13 seconds until halftime, with Raymondville Bearcats up 48-7. Ball on the 13-yard line as St. Joe is trying to get something going before the end of the half.
13.2 seconds left in the half.
Martinez back in shotgun with Kawachi next to his side. Motion man, number 14, Martinez. Martinez looks for a pass right up the middle. Intended receiver, Victor Salinas, but just a bit overthrown. On the incomplete, that stops the clock with 9.8 seconds before halftime. We're looking at a 3rd and 8, ball on the 13-yard line for St. Joe. This will give St. Joe at least 2 more plays. It looks like they're going to look for the air. A trips right for Martinez with Kawachi to his left. Martinez pulls back, rolls over to his right-hand side, looking for a receiver, being chased down, comes back. Martinez throws the ball up, and it is caught in the end zone by number 14. Josh Martinez for the touchdown. So John Martinez keeps the play alive on his feet and then finds number 14, Josh Martinez, in the end zone, gets it off, makes the catch, touchdown St. Joe. St. Joe looking to add the extra point now. Number 40, Ivan Serra for the extra point. Snap, hold, it's up, and it is good. So St. Joe ends the first half of football with a touchdown, bringing our score to 48-14. And we'll be back for Real Sports Live.
Changing the way men's healthcare is done.
Thank you for watching Real Sports Live.
Everyone's a winner at Kano Auto Sales 2 in Harlingen. Choose from a wide selection and score big today on West Expressway 83. How about this 2015 Chevy Silverado 1500, a regular cab, custom wheels, bedliner, 21,000 miles, power everything, $25,900. Or how about this 2015 BMW 328i, fully loaded with an X-Drive, navigation, sunroof, leather interior, $18,999. Financing is available with lending for all types. Every deal's a winner at Kano Auto Sales 2, in business since 2002, Harlingen, Texas.
At HCISD, we move the needle forward every day.
We'll blaze a trail for future generations.
It's not just about equipping students with skills for the future.
We awaken their potential and empower them to make good choices.
No matter where you're from or where you're headed, there's a place for you to flourish at HCISD.
Every great dining adventure begins with one word: fresh. At the Sea Ranch, we combine a fresh, inviting atmosphere with chef-inspired cuisine prepared from the freshest local shrimp, oysters, snapper, and mahi-mahi. Our salmon, Alaskan king crab, and live Maine lobsters are flown in fresh. A local favorite for over 30 years, the Sea Ranch. Come enjoy a fresh experience.
Hi, we're Mission Veterans, and thank you for watching Real Sports Live.
Thank you for watching Real Sports Live.
Everyone's a winner at Kano Auto Sales 2 in Harlingen. Choose from a wide selection and score big today on West Expressway 83. How about this 2015 Chevy Silverado 1500, a regular cab, custom wheels, bedliner, 21,000 miles, power everything, $25,900. Or how about this 2015 BMW 328i, fully loaded with an X-Drive, navigation, sunroof, leather interior, $18,999. Financing is available with lending for all types. Every deal's a winner at Kano Auto Sales 2, in business since 2002, Harlingen, Texas.
Hi, we're the Lady Diamondbacks, and thank you for watching Real Sports Live.
Men, start the new year off right. Alpha Men's Primary Care wants to remind all men it's time for your annual physical. Call to schedule an appointment. It's about the body, mind, and emotion. Stop feeling sluggish, having no energy, or being stressed. Alpha Men's Healthcare believes in a holistic approach to your overall health. Even if you have low testosterone, diabetes, high blood pressure, or gained weight, let Alpha Men's Primary Care help you increase your energy, stamina, endurance, and quality of life. Start feeling young again. Alpha Men's Primary Care is changing the way men's healthcare is done.
Fishing fans, here's your chance to catch some fish and help out athletes at the same time. Mark the calendar now and plan on attending October 20th as the 3-up, 3-down San Perlita Booster Club Fishing Tournament looks to be the biggest and best yet. Located at Laguna Madre Baits in Port Mansfield, Texas, this tournament is set to provide 100% of the proceeds directly to the athletic programs. Artificial lures only with a blackjack format, no fish over 21 inches, $150 per team or boat, maximum 4 people, and the grand champion is a team closest to 63 inches with 1 red trout and 1 flounder. Food raffles, baked goods, a silent auction, and terrific prizes from some great sponsors. Registration is October 19th. The tournament is October 20th. See you there at the 3-up, 3-down fishing tournament in Port Mansfield, where catching fish is helping athletes in a big, big way.
Nava with Westago East High School. Thank you for watching Real Sports Live.
At HCISD, we move the needle forward every day.
We'll blaze a trail for future generations. It's not just about equipping students with skills for the future. We awaken their potential and empower them to make good choices.
No matter where you're from or where you're headed, there's a place for you to flourish at HCISD.
Hi, we're PSA Lady Bears, and thank you for watching Real Sports Live. Go!
The kids are headed back to school. It's time to get internet from VTX1. VTX1 Companies offers fast and reliable internet throughout the Rio Grande Valley, even to some of the most remote areas. For a limited time only, get your standard installation at no cost to you. Start the school year off with a service provider you can trust by calling 1-800-446-2031. VTX1 Companies, connecting you since '52.
Hi, we're the Lady Wildcats, and thank you for watching Real Sports Live.
Fans, if you want to look your best at the next game, then let Chewy's Custom Sports go to work for you. From custom designs and graphics to mass production in-house. If it's hats, shirts, buttons, mugs, cups, banners, and more, then Chewy's is there for every team and every sport. A veteran-owned company in touch with the community. It's Chewy's Custom Sports in San Benito.
Hola, les habla su amigo Benjamín Gómez, el alcalde de San Benito, invitando a toda la gente que venga a visitarnos aquí a San Benito. Crucen por el puente Los Indios, más bien conocido como el puente de Lucio Blanco. Visítenos a las atracciones que tenemos aquí en San Benito. Aquí los esperamos. Muchas gracias, su amigo Benjamín Gómez.
Are you ready? Are you ready? Are you ready for the prices? It's a Hacienda party.
It's football season at Hacienda Ford, and you can get a new Ford Expedition with 20-inch wheels, leather, navigation, and more for $12,000 off MSRP.
We got the tailgates down and we're feeling all right. My Hacienda friends are saving money tonight.
Hacienda has it.
Thank you for watching Real Sports Live.
At HCISD, we move the needle forward every day.
We'll blaze a trail for future generations.
It's not just about equipping students with skills for the future. We awaken their potential and empower them to make good choices.
No matter where you're from or where you're headed, there's a place for you to flourish at HCISD.
At San Benito Vision Source, the optometry staff works around your busy schedule and take the time to answer your questions and concerns prior to a visit. Dr. Jaime Rodriguez and Dr. Laura Loki offering full vision examinations, diagnostics, and treatment of an array of eye diseases and conditions to keep your eyes healthy. Call the friendly staff today with questions or schedule a consultation. San Benito Vision Source.
Start the new year off right. Alpha Men's Primary Care wants to remind all men it's time for your annual physical. Call to schedule an appointment. It's about the body, mind, and emotion. Stop feeling sluggish, having no energy, or being stressed. Alpha Men's Healthcare believes in a holistic approach to your overall health. Even if you have low testosterone, diabetes, high blood pressure, or gained weight, let Alpha Men's Primary Care help you increase your energy, stamina, endurance, and quality of life. Start feeling young again. Alpha Men's Primary Care is changing the way men's healthcare is done.
We are this close.
We're this close.
We are this close. Of uncertainty.
To making history.
This close to changing the world.
We're this close.
This close. This close to making sure no child suffers a crippling disease
Ever again. This close.
We are this close to ending polio.
Ending polio.
All we need is you. Is you.
This close.
If we don't act now, we may lose this chance forever. Help Rotary make history at endpolionow.org.
Forever Memories, Antiques and Collectibles, located at 237 North Sam Houston in San Benito, is filled with vintage items, collectibles, and a selection of vinyl records that's as good as it gets. Every shelf, every aisle, and table is filled daily by a number of vendors that ensures that something here just might be the item you have to have. The vinyl record area helps bring an added atmosphere that makes for the fun trip when stepping back in time with the memories. Forever Memories, Antiques and Collectibles in San Benito.
Every great dining adventure begins with one word: fresh. At the Sea Ranch, we combine a fresh, inviting atmosphere with chef-inspired cuisine prepared from the freshest local shrimp, oysters, snapper, and mahi-mahi. Our salmon, Alaskan king crab, and live Maine lobsters are flown in fresh. A local favorite for over 30 years, the Sea Ranch. Come enjoy a fresh experience.
This close.
We're this close.
We are this close. Of uncertainty.
To making history.
This close to changing the world.
We're this close.
This close to making sure no child suffers a crippling disease
Ever again.
This close.
We are this close to ending polio.
Ending polio.
All we need is you.
This close.
If we don't act now, we may lose this chance forever. Help Rotary make history at endpolionow.org.
At San Benito Vision Source, the optometry staff works around your busy schedule and take the time to answer your questions and concerns prior to a visit. Dr. Jaime Rodriguez and Dr. Laura Loki offering full vision examinations, diagnostics, and treatment of an array of eye diseases and conditions to keep your eyes healthy. Call the friendly staff today with questions or schedule a consultation. San Benito Vision Source.
Thank you for watching Real Sports Live.
Fishing fans, here's your chance to catch some fish and help out athletes at the same time. Mark the calendar now and plan on attending October 20th as the 3-up, 3-down San Perlita Booster Club Fishing Tournament looks to be the biggest and best yet. Located at Laguna Madre Baits in Port Mansfield, Texas, this tournament is set to provide 100% of the proceeds directly to the athletic programs. Artificial lures only with a blackjack format, no fish over 21 inches, $150 per team or boat, maximum 4 people, and the grand champion is a team closest to 63 inches with 1 red trout and 1 flounder. Food raffles, baked goods, a silent auction, and terrific prizes from some great sponsors. Registration is October 19th. The tournament is October 20th. See you there at the 3-up, 3-down fishing tournament in Port Mansfield, where catching fish is helping athletes in a big, big way.
Hi, we're Raymondville Bearcats, and thank you for watching Real Sports Live.
Everyone's a winner at Kano Auto Sales 2 in Harlingen. Choose from a wide selection and score big today on West Expressway 83. How about this 2015 Chevy Silverado 1500, a regular cab, custom wheels, bedliner, 21,000 miles, power everything, $25,900. Or how about this 2015 BMW 328i, fully loaded with an X-Drive, navigation, sunroof, leather interior, $18,999. Financing is available with lending for all types. Every deal's a winner at Kano Auto Sales 2, in business since 2002, Harlingen, Texas.
Hola, les habla su amigo Benjamín Gómez, el alcalde de San Benito, invitando a toda la gente que venga a visitarnos aquí a San Benito. Crucen por el puente Los Indios, más bien conocido como el puente de Lucio Blanco. Visítenos a las atracciones que tenemos aquí en San Benito. Aquí los esperamos. Muchas gracias. Su amigo Benjamín Gómez.
Hi, we're Sherryland Rattlers, and thank you for watching Real Sports Live.
Every great dining adventure begins with one word, fresh. At the Sea Ranch, we combine a fresh, inviting atmosphere with chef-inspired cuisine prepared from the freshest local shrimp, oysters, snapper, and mahi-mahi. Our salmon, Alaskan king crab, and live Maine lobsters are flown in fresh. A local favorite for over 30 years, the Sea Ranch. Come enjoy a fresh experience.
At San Benito Vision Source, the optometry staff works around your busy schedule and take the time to answer your questions and concerns prior to a visit. Dr. Jaime Rodriguez and Dr. Laura Loki offering full vision examinations, diagnostics, and treatment of an array of eye diseases and conditions to keep your eyes healthy. Call the friendly staff today with questions or schedule a consultation. San Benito Vision Source.
We are this close.
We're this close.
We are this close.
Of 120.
To making history.
This close to changing the world.
We're this close.
This close to making sure no child suffers a crippling disease
Ever again.
This close.
We are this close to ending polio.
Ending polio.
All we need is you.
This close.
If we don't act now, we may lose this chance forever. Help Rotary make history at endpolionow.org.
Hi, we're PSJ Southwest Javelinas, and thank you for watching Real Sports Live. J's up!
Everyone's a winner at Kano Auto Sales 2 in Harlingen. Choose from a wide selection and score big today on West Expressway 83. How about this 2015 Chevy Silverado 1500, a regular cab, custom wheels, bedliner, 21,000 miles, power everything, $25,900. Or how about this 2015 BMW 328i, fully loaded with an X-Drive, navigation, sunroof, leather interior, $18,999. Financing is available with lending for all types. Every deal's a winner at Cano Auto Sales 2, in business since 2002, Harlingen, Texas. Fishing fans, here's your chance to catch some fish and help out athletes at the same time. Mark the calendar now and plan on attending October 20th as the 3-up, 3-down San Perlita Booster Club Fishing Tournament looks to be the biggest and best yet. Located at Laguna Madre Baits in Port Mansfield, Texas, this tournament is set to provide 100% of the proceeds directly to the athletic programs. Artificial lures only with a blackjack format, no fish over 21 inches, $150 per team or boat, maximum 4 people, and the grand champion is a team closest to 63 inches with 1 red trout and 1 flounder. Food raffles, baked goods, a silent auction, and terrific prizes from some great sponsors. Registration is October 19th. The tournament is October 20th. See you there at the 3-up, 3-down fishing tournament in Port Mansfield, where catching fish is helping athletes in a big, big way.
Hola, les habla su amigo Benjamín Gómez, el alcalde de San Benito, invitando a toda la gente que venga a visitarnos aquí a San Benito. Crucen por el puente Los Indios, más bien conocido como el puente de Lucio Blanco. Visítenos a las atracciones que tenemos aquí en San Benito. Aquí los esperamos. Muchas gracias. Su amigo Benjamín Gómez.
Hi, we're not leaving another season. Thank you for watching Real Sports Live.
Start the new year off right. Alpha Men's Primary Care wants to remind all men it's time for your annual physical. Call to schedule an appointment. It's about the body, mind, and emotion. Stop feeling sluggish, having no energy, or being stressed. Alpha Men's Healthcare believes in a holistic approach to your overall health. Even if you have low testosterone, diabetes, high blood pressure, or gained weight, let Alpha Men's Primary Care help you increase your energy, stamina, endurance, and quality of life. Start feeling young again. Alpha Men's Primary Care is changing the way men's healthcare is done.
Forever Memories, Antiques and Collectibles, located at 237 North Sam Houston in San Benito, is filled with vintage items, collectibles, and a selection of vinyl records that's as good as it gets. Every shelf, every aisle, and table is filled daily by a number of vendors that ensures that something here just might be the item you have to have. The vinyl record area helps bring an added atmosphere that makes for the fun trip when stepping back in time with the memories. Forever Memories, Antiques and Collectibles in San Benito.
Welcome you back to Raymondville, Texas, Burnett Stadium, as the Raymondville Bearcats have a big lead up on the St. Joe Bloodhounds, 48-14. We're 8 minutes away from the second half of ball, but just wanted to come and talk to you guys a little bit more about what's been going on in the first half. Well, like I said earlier, if you've been listening, it's been all Raymondville Bearcats. After a big run by St. Joe's Kawachi, their running back, their star running back, Malik Kawachi, he went for a 76-yard TD to set the game and get that game going. So St. Joe jumped on the board first, but then after that, it's been all of Raymondville. Raymondville has gone for 3 touchdowns from Amendares, 2 touchdowns by Justin Cantu, a thrown TD pass from Cavazos to Smith, and even the defense got in on some love for the Raymondville Bearcats with a fumble recovery picked up for a touchdown. The last score of the first half went to St. Joe, and St. Joe picked up a nice little pass from Martinez to Martinez. So that was John Martinez throwing to Josh Martinez for the touchdown. And that's what ended the first half of play, bringing our score 48-14. 14. Lots of big runs for the Raymondville side. I'm interested to see or know what the halftime talk from Coach Villial is or was to his troops over in St. Joe. What do you tell your group? What do you tell your team when they're down big like this with still a half of football? Well, I know if it was me, I'd tell them, hey, look, gentlemen, we play to the final whistle. Keep going, keep playing hard, chip away. You're not going to go and jump and put up 30 points right away, but you can easily keep going, chip away. A quote, and I know one of the famous quotes of the San Antonio Spurs that Coach Pop would have up in his locker room, he talked about the woodcutter, the rock cutter, who would just chip and keep chipping and keep chipping and keep chipping away until finally in that last final blow that made the crack, it wasn't that blow that made the crack, it was all the chipping that came before. So if I'm Coach Villial, I'm telling my troops to keep playing hard and keep going. On the other side, we have Coach Ganthu, who has that big lead for his Bearcats. And what do you tell your boys? Well, now it's about execution. Keep executing, keep going. Keep the momentum on our side, give them nothing, and just keep rocking and rolling, which I'm sure Coach Ganthu is going to do. And it'll be interesting to see if Coach Ganthu leaves his studs in, leaves his starters, Cavazos, his quarterback, Ganthu, his running back, and Amendares. Let's see if he keeps his first unit in there. And maybe he gives them some rest. Next week they have a big game against PI. Maybe he saves them. You know, no need to hurt anybody or get anybody hurt. It's still a long season to go. So it'll be interesting to see what we have here in the second half of football at Burnett Stadium in Raymondville, Texas. This is Real Sports Live. We're about 5 minutes away from the second half of football, and we'll be back.
Veterans, and thanks for watching Real Sports Live.
Every great dining adventure begins with one word: fresh. At the Sea Ranch, we combine a fresh, inviting atmosphere with chef-inspired cuisine prepared from the freshest local shrimp, oysters, snapper, and mahi-mahi. Our salmon, Alaskan king crab, and live Maine lobsters are flown in fresh. A local favorite for over 30 years, the Sea Ranch. Come enjoy a fresh experience.
At HCISD, we move the needle forward every day.
We'll blaze a trail for future generations.
It's not just about equipping students with skills for the future. We awaken their potential and empower them to make good choices.
No matter where you're from or where you're headed, there's a place for you to flourish at HCISD.
Hola, les habla su amigo Benjamín Gómez, el alcalde de San Benito, invitando a toda la gente que venga a visitarnos aquí a San Benito. Crucen por el puente Los Indios, más bien conocido como el puente de Lucio Blanco. Visítenos a las atracciones que tenemos aquí en San Benito. Aquí los esperamos. Muchas gracias, su amigo Benjamín Gómez.
Are you ready? Are you ready? Are you ready for the prices? It's a hacienda party.
It's football season at Hacienda Ford, and you can get a 2019 Ford EcoSport with navigation and an 8-inch touchscreen for just $17,495.
We got the tailgates down and we're feeling all right. My hacienda friends are saving money tonight.
Hacienda has it.
At San Benito Vision Source, the optometry staff works around your busy schedule and take the time to answer your questions and concerns prior to a visit. Dr. Jaime Rodriguez and Dr. Laura Loki offering full vision examinations, diagnostics, and treatment of an array of eye diseases and conditions to keep your eyes healthy. Call the friendly staff today with questions or schedule a consultation. San Benito Vision Source.
This is Real Sports Live coming back to you from Raymondville, Texas at Burnett Stadium. Raymondville Bearcats against the St. Joe Bloodhounds. Raymondville Bearcats has a strong hold up on the Bloodhounds right now, 48-14. Let me take you around the valley to some high school scores going around. Right now, a low-scoring affair. Mercedes 3, Edinburgh High 0. Harlingen High 10, Westaco East 0 in the third. At halftime, Rio Grande City 41, Mission Vets Memorial 21. At halftime, Rio Hondo is down to Hidalgo 21-3. Monte Alto up by 2 against La Villa 6-8. Sherryland up by 1 to Brownsville Hanna 8-7. Donna High 14. La Jolla Palmview 16. At halftime at Valley View 0-0 against Donna North. La Grulia has a big lead over Orange Grove 35-12. Santa Rosa all over Progreso at halftime 20-0. Sherryland Pioneer 31, Brownsville Rivera 7, Westlaco High 28, Harlingen South 7 in the third. Edinburgh North is down to Ed Couch Elsa 13-6 in the third. Economides, Edinburgh Economides 7, Roma 6. La Feria has a strong lead over PI 34-0. Brownsville Vets Memorial 42, PSJ Memorial 0 at halftime. And yesterday we had some games on slate. We had Los Fresnos dropping 1 to Edinburgh Vela 18-35. Brownsville Porter defeating Brownsville Lopez 48-23. And that takes us around the valley for Friday night games. And we're just about ready now. We're just about ready to start this second half of football in Raymondville. So let's see what adjustments both teams have made. And I'm interested to see how St. Joe is going to come out. So Raymondville will receive the kickoff to start the second half of play. So Raymondville will get the ball back. And it's a clear night in Raymondville, Texas. And the second half of football is just underway. St. Joe's all-around athlete, Malik Kawachi, is doing the kicking duties for St. Joe. And waiting back to receive for Raymondville is Cantu. It's an onside kick that goes a little short, but it looks like they touch it. And there seems to be a scramble on the field, which was a short onside kick. And Raymondville player tries to jump on it, but it was short. As Coach Cantu is talking to his player to try to communicate and clear it up. You know, first instinct is go get the ball, especially if you have a nose for it. You see the ball on the floor, you want to jump on top of it. But in situations like this, you just want to let it go. So the officials are calling it, and it looks like Raymondville will get the ball. So that's the second kind of awkward kickoff that we've had tonight. Earlier we had a Raymondville kickoff to St. Joe that was short, and St. Joe kind of let it just bounce around, and Raymondville picked it up as if it was an onside kick. It wasn't an intentional one. And now we have this happen right here, and it looks like the referees are still trying to discuss what's going to go on here. So what we had was an onside kick that wasn't, long enough, didn't have the distance to make it an onside kick, but Raymondville had a player go and try to jump on the ball, and when he tried to jump on the ball stumbles out from him. St. Joe lands on it, and they're just trying to clear things up here. I think everybody's a little confused right now. So you got to keep in mind that an onside kick, the ball has to go at least 10 yards for the kicking team to jump on it. So the officials are talking to Raymondville's Coach Cantu. They're still trying to figure out. St. Joe says, hey, it's our ball. Raymondville boy jumped on it. and we recovered it. The officials might be saying something different, but we have both offenses on the field waiting to see what the call is. Raymondville's offense on the field, St. Joe's offense on the field, and let's see what the officials call. It will be St. Joe ball. It'll be St. Joe ball. So it was still a live ball, and with Bearcats going to jump on it, and it was kind of, I guess it would be like a fumble, and St. Joe got the ball back. So that's cleared up, and now we're ready to get this second half of football going. So St. Joe tries to come out with an onside kick, which didn't go for the 10 yards to make it playable, but a Raymondville player goes and jumps on the ball and pops right out, and St. Joe jumps on top of it. So St. Joe ball. So St. Joe will start the second half with the ball. Leading the charge for St. Joe, we still got John Martinez, who kills the ball himself, finds himself some room up the left side of the field, and gets himself a gain of about 9. So Martinez has come into the game to lead St. Joe Bloodhounds at QB. Starting the game, we had Luigi Cristiano, who went out with an injury, and after that, John Martinez has been the signal caller. Martinez calls for the ball, handoff to his running back, number 17, Malik Kawachi. So Kawachi is met immediately on the line by number 72 for the Bearcats, Jaden Galvan. Kawachi looks like he's going out to get a breather, with Martinez still in the backfield. Coming in for Kawachi has been number 7, Sebastian Cuellar. Quarterback keeps the ball. Martinez keeps it, finds himself a first down with a nice little run of about 5, and is brought down. Martinez gets the first down, but a flag comes in. Looks like there was a little bit extra after the tackle. Did ball, unsportsmanlike conduct on the Bearcats, which will give St. Joe 15 yards. It looked like Martinez was down, and then someone decides to jump on the pile after the fact. So now St. Joe moving the ball down the field. Martinez calls for the snap, handoff to Kawachi. Kawachi finds some room up the right side and is met by number 2, A.J. Sayas. Sayas for the takedown. Kawachi finds a gain of about 6.
Tackle by number 2, A.J. Sayas.
Martinez keeps the ball himself, looking up the middle, finds a little gap in there between his guard and his center. Picks up about a gain of 3. And brought down by number 60, Jacob Perez. 3rd and 2. Ball on the Bearcat 24. The Hounds are moving the ball. This will be a big 3rd down for the Hounds. Looking for execution. Martinez hands off to number 7, Cuellar. Cuellar trying to find something, stays on his feet, and is brought down by number 60, Jacob Perez.
Brought down by number 66, Jose Guajardo, and number 60, Jacob Perez.
Looks like the Bloodhounds will be short of the first down. The Bloodhounds will be looking at a 4th and 2. And we have an official timeout. We'll be back after this. This is Real Sports Live.
Hola, les habla su amigo Benjamín Gómez, el alcalde de San Benito, invitando a toda la gente que venga a visitarnos aquí a San Benito. Crucen por el puente Los Indios, más bien conocido como el puente de Lucio Blanco. Visítenos a las atracciones que tenemos aquí en San Benito. Aquí los esperamos. Muchas gracias. Su amigo Benjamín Gómez.
Start the new year off right. Alpha Men's Primary Care wants to remind all men it's time for your annual physical. Call to schedule an appointment. It's about the body, mind, and emotion. Stop feeling sluggy or being stressed. Alpha Men's Healthcare believes in a holistic approach to your overall health. Even Do you have low testosterone, diabetes, high blood pressure, or gained weight? Let Alpha Men's Primary Care help you increase your energy, stamina, endurance, and quality of life. Start feeling young again. Alpha Men's Primary Care is changing the way men's healthcare is done.
Needing a treat before or after the big game? Then, when in Harlingen, stop in at the Scoop Ice Cream Parlor and Deli and treat yourself to some amazing things. Ice creams.
Real Sports Live back in Raymondville, Texas, Burnett Stadium. Raymondville Bearcats up on St. Joe 48-14, but St. Joe is marching the ball down. They're at a 4th and 1, and they're going to go. They're going to go for it. Well, Martinez back in the shotgun, hand off to his running back, and he guts right up the middle. And let's see if he got enough. And he does. That is number 7, Sebastian Cuellar, who rumbles up the middle to get the St. Joe first down. So St. Joe with a fresh set of downs. Ball on Raymondville's 22-yard line. Martinez back in shotgun. Ball handed off to Cuellar. Cuellar trying to find something up the middle, but is met immediately by Raymondville's big boy, Jose Guajardo. And number 69, Isaiah Gloria. So here we go, a 2nd and 10. Martinez looking to keep the ball, finds a little bit of room up the right side of the field, but the ball's on the floor. And let's see if the refs call him down before the ball came out. Sure enough, Martinez was down by contact before the ball coming out of his hands. So St. Joe looking now at a 3rd and 29, ball on their 22-yard line. And this will be a big down for both teams. Martinez back in shotgun. Kawachi to his right. He had a trip right set as well. Ball is handed off to Kawachi, who has some room up the left-hand side, looking for a block by his receiver. He cuts it back inside, but is brought down after a gain of about 4. Well, Derek Ortivero finds Kawachi to bring him down. So now we're looking at about a 4th and 6 for St. Joe. So Coach Villar says, hey, we're going to go for it. Martinez back in shotgun. Twin set on both sides. He falls back, finds his receiver. Pass intended to number 10, Rafa Varela, but he just cannot keep the ball in his hands. Incomplete. Varela keeps that ball, catches that ball. He's looking at 6, but the execution just wasn't there. So ball over on downs, comes back to Raymondville. And that was a 6 for St. Joe if that pass is complete. So St. Joe they have to take advantage of those opportunities. But a missed opportunity there to score. So Raymondville gets the ball back. It looks like we're going in a wildcat formation with Zaravian Almendares getting the direct snap. Almendares finds some room up the left side of the field. And he's quick, ladies and gentlemen, still on his feet. Gets all the way to the 38-yard line for a quick gain of 18. First down, Bearcats. Ball on their 35-yard line. Cavasso still calling the plays for Raymondville as he's ready to lead his offense. Cavasso's back in the shotgun. Got Justin Cantu to his side. Armendariz in motion. Cavazos pulls back, finds a receiver. Pass is complete to number 3, Braden Robles. Nice connection there by Cavazos, who finds his receiver. Give credit also to Cavazos' line, who gave him plenty of time to find a receiver. Second and 3, ball on Raymondville's 42. The ball keeps moving for the Bearcats. Armendariz in motion. Ball is handed off to Armendariz up the right-hand side, who finds some room back the middle. It comes back up to the right. He's on the 30, the 35, the 30, the 25, the 20, the 15, the 10, the 5. Touchdown, Armendariz. So Armendariz was man in motion as he goes from the left side of the field, motions over to the right. Cavazos with a clean handoff. Armendariz goes up the right side of the field and cuts back up the middle, brings it back to the left side of the field, finds a streak up the sideline, and no one can keep up with Armendariz.
And here come the flag boys. Nice job, guys. And young lady.
So now we have the first touchdown of the second half. A nice long run by Armendariz, and Saul Garcia chips in the extra point. That'll give Armendariz his 4th touchdown of the night.
Raymondville Bearcats 55, St. Joe's 14.
With the extra point, we're now looking at the Raymondville Bearcats 55, St. Joe Bloodhounds 14, with 6:09 in the third. So St. Joe is back to receive after that nice long run by Armendariz. About a run of about 60 yards. And Raymondville's running backs display are on display tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Cantu and Armendariz. And Cavazos has done a great job orchestrating this whole offense tonight. So Saul Garcia getting ready to kick off. Waiting for the kickoff for St. Joe is number 7, Sebastian Cuellar, and number 12, John Martinez. And the kick is up. Cuellar with the catch. Cuellar looking for some room to run. Slips at about the 19-yard line. Seemed like he found a little running room, but before he can quite get there, he slips. So now St. Joe is ready to do something on their end. Remember, they got the touchdown before the half. They got the ball back on that crazy little situation on the onside kick. They marched the ball down to about the Raymondville 10. Had a nice opportunity for a touchdown, just couldn't complete it. So now they're ready to march the ball back down. Martinez drops back, looking for his receiver, finds the wheel, and it is picked off by Justin Smith. Martinez was looking for his receiver, number 5, Emiliano Loya. And Justin Smith just had good position inside on that pass and jumps up and picks it off in the air. So interception by Raymondville's Justin Smith. Justin Smith was also the receiver who caught Cavazos' pass in the first half, and now he gets himself an interception. So he has a touchdown pass and an interception tonight for Justin Smith. Jared Cavazos still calling the plays for Raymondville. Justin Cantu in motion. Ball is handed off to Justin Cantu, who finds some room up the right side of the field, and he makes a spin, and he's still on his feet. He's on the 25-20, the 15, the 10, the 5. Touchdown, Cantu. But it looks like there's a flag on the field, which looks to be against the Bearcats, and it might be a hold and coming back. Holding call against the Bearcats, which will bring back Cantu's touchdown. So that'll be a penalty, bringing the ball back. So a nice run by Justin Cantu, which could have been a touchdown, called back on a hold by the Bearcats. So ball comes back, ball on St. Joe's 39. Jared Cavazos in the shotgun, ready for the snap. Man in motion, that's Justin Smith going over to the right side of the field. It looks like a tight end screen over to Jason Cantu. And gets himself a nice little gain of about 8. So Cavazos finds Jason Cantu, number 85, the big sophomore who had a nice catch last week against Lyford in the end zone. Gets himself a gain of about 8, 2nd and 2 for the Bearcats. Ball on the 32-yard line of St. Joe. Jared Cavazos waiting for the snap. Ball is directly snapped to number 13, Justin Cantu, who finds some room up the left side of the field. It's a 5, and he's at the 10, and he's in for the touchdown. Touchdown, Justin Cantu. Took the direct snap from his center, found his way up the left side of the field, goes up the sideline, hits the 10, hits the 5, and he's in for the touchdown.
In for the touchdown. Number 10, Saul Garcia for the extra point.
So Cantu adds it on, and he picks up his 3rd touchdown of the night. Garcia for the extra point, and it's good.
Extra point is what do you see wrong in the
Bringing Raymondville 62, St. Joe 14. So the Raymondville offense is just on fire tonight. The running backs, 7 touchdowns combined by their running backs, Armendariz and Justin Cantu. The other touchdown was a touchdown pass from Jared Cavazos to his receiver, Justin Smith. Justin Smith also had an interception that led to that touchdown. And Tomas Zambrano, who picked up the fumble recovery, the fumble caused by Dylan Ramirez. And Zambrano picks the ball up for the touchdown. Those have been all of Raymondville's touchdowns tonight. For St. Joe, we had Kawachi with a TD run, and then we had a Martinez to Martinez pitch and catch for their 2nd touchdown, giving our score 62-14. Garcia ready for the kickoff, with Kawachi and Martinez back to receive. And it's a deep kickoff over to number 7, Cuellar. Cuellar is making his way up the middle of the field, trying to find a lane, and is brought down by a slew of Bearcats. Man met there, number 32, Victor Oviedo.
That'll bring the mighty Raymondville Bearcat defense on the field.
So St. Joe ready with the ball now. And once again, they're still looking to execute. I can tell you once again, Coach Ferdial is telling his players, keep playing hard. Cuellar gets the ball up the middle, picks up a gain of about 3. Met by number 45, Ortivero of Raymondville.
To be helped out by number 78, Jaden Brooks.
Martinez ready for the snap. Ball handed off to Cuellar. Cuellar squeezes his way through up the middle, picks up about 5. Taken down by number 11, Dylan Ramirez.
And number 23, Jason Medina for the Bearcats.
Jason Medina was also in on the tackle. Martinez back in shotgun, snaps the ball. Martinez holds it, keeps it himself, finds some room up the left side of the field, gets a block. He's at the 40-yard line before being brought down on an open field tackle by number 35 of the Bearcats, J.J. Rosas. St. Joe still trying to find something. They got themselves a first down. Ball is handed off and met immediately in the backfield is Kawache by number 11, Dylan Ramirez, and opposite side defensive end, Derek Oltivero. Both those gentlemen were in the backfield as soon as that ball was snapped. Kawache had no chance to do anything. The defensive ends of Raymondville have been causing ruckus all night, ladies and gentlemen. Martinez back, handoff, pulls it out, he calls his own number. Quarterback Keith finds his room up the left side of the field, picks up about 8.
Initially tackled by number 21, Jose Peña.
Martinez has done a nice job on every run that he's done. He's trying to chip away him and Kawachi. And we're looking at about a 3rd and 1 for St. Joe. Let's see if they try to power it down the middle with their running back, Kawachi. Ball is kept by Martinez, who finds some room up the left side, jumps over a defender and gets the first down. Good athletic move by number 12, John Martinez, who hurdles a Raymondville defender to get the extra yards in the first down. Martinez calls for the snap, back in shotgun, handed off to Kawache, who is met immediately by the Bearcats front line. Dylan Ramirez in on that tackle.
Number 17, the ball carrier, Kawachi.
Along with some of the big boys in the middle. 78, Jaden Brooks. And 69, Isaiah Gloria. Got a score update here just a while ago. Ed Couch Elsa 13, Edinburgh North 6. Here in Raymondville, Martinez hands the ball off and actually decides to pull it and keep it himself. And brought down by number 66, Jose Guajardo. Martinez picks up about 2. Big 3rd down play here for the Bloodhounds. Martinez waiting for the call, has a trips right look. Looking for Cuellar. Cuellar cannot get on the ball, but it looks like it might be a backwards pass. And it is. It is. Cuellar does a loop around trying to get the ball. Martinez finds Cuellar. It looks like the ball was thrown behind him, which makes it a live ball. It makes it a fumble, a live ball, and Raymondville picks it up. So Raymondville gets the ball back.
Raymondville Athletic Booster Club. Also the band boosters located behind the home field bleachers.
That's how you undo your mistake.
The ball was recovered by number 2, A.J. Sayas. So Raymondville gets the ball right back, and it looks like for Raymondville, they've decided to give their starters a rest. So now we have number 85, Jason Cantu, calling the plays for quarterback for Raymondville. Handoff over to number 32, Victor Oviedo. And that'll do it for the third quarter, and we're looking to go into the fourth. This is Real Sports Live, coming to you from Raymondville, Texas, Burnett Stadium. Remember, if you're tuning in, please like, share, and follow Real Sports Live. So Coach Cantu of the Bearcats has decided to sit his starters down, in which, it's a good move. He got a quarter left to play, 12 minutes left to play, up 62-14. No reason to get anybody hurt or get a chance or opportunity. So now we got some younger guys coming in. Jason Cantu has now taken over the QB duties for Cavazos. Cavazos played a great game today, had himself a TD pass. He really had the timing, the pacing nicely done with his running backs. And now Cantu comes in to clean up the fourth quarter. Handoff was over to number 35, J.J. Rosas, who gets himself a first down. So Raymondville gets the ball over on St. Joe's 30-yard line for a 1st and 10. Cantu with Oviedo and Rosas to his right and his left. And we have a flag. Had some movement on the line for the Bearcats. And that'll bring them back 5. First and 15. Ball on St. Joe's 30. Number 85, sophomore Jason Cantu, will now take the reins and lead the Bearcat offense. Ball is kept by Cantu and takes the ball up the right side of the field, finds himself a nice little lane to go, picks up about 6 yards. Taken down by 90, Pablo de la Garza of the Bloodhounds. So going into the fourth quarter, the Raymondville Bearcats up 62-14. Ball on St. Joe's 27. Cantu gets his troops back to the line. Has a trip left formation with Oviedo in the backfield with him. Handoff to 32, Oviedo, who finds some room to run up the right side of the field, rumbling through, still on his feet. And finally, the whistle's blown. But not before a nice gain for a Raymondville 1st and goal. We'll take that back. It'll be a Raymondville 1st and 10. Ball on the 13-yard line.
Ball will be marked on the 13-yard line of the Bloodhounds.
So Oviedo gets himself a good little run right here as Raymondville's offense just keeps rolling. It seems that whoever Coach Cantu throws in that backfield is going to find a lane. You got to give credit to his big boys up front. That offensive line has just been creating holes all night and great blocks for their running backs. Ball is handed off to Rosas, and Rosas is on his feet, still chopping, and he's going and going until he gets himself all the way to the 4-yard line. Tackle by number 1, Victor Salinas. First and goal, Bearcats.
And it looks like they pick up the first down. That means another Raymondville Bearcat first down. Yeah.
So now Raymondville is knocking on the door again, trying to punch it in. Jason Cantu waiting for the snap. Has a trip right formation. Cantu with the snap, hands the ball off, up the middle.
Hands off to number 32.
Hand off to Victor Oviedo, who gets stuffed on about the 1 yard line.
2 yards. Ball seems to be marked on the 1 yard line.
So ball is put down on the 1 yard line. 2nd and goal. '85, Jason Cantu waiting for the call from the sidelines. And the Bloodhounds are looking to put a stop to this drive. Cantu waiting for the snap. Snaps the ball. Keeps it himself. Finds some room up the left side. Gets himself into the end zone. Touchdown, Jason Cantu. With a little bit of play action, Jason Cantu pulls the ball and finds some room up the left side behind his big line. And it's nothing but end zone.
I don't know about a read option on the one, but at least he got it. Or is it a straight QB?
Extra point is up by Garcia, and it is good. Giving the Bearcats 69, St. Joe 14. So Jason Cantu gets himself some love as he led that drive for the Bearcats and gets himself 6. I'll tell you what, St. Joe, as soon as a touchdown is made by Raymondville, St. Joe wastes no time to hustle back on the field, and that says a lot about them. They hustle right back, get right back into kickoff formation, and it's like saying, come on, let's go. Get us the ball. It's our turn. Raymondville's done a good job defensively of stopping that, but I'm telling you right now, St. Joe, there's no quitting them. Which is credit to their coach, Coach Villiat. So lots of action. Want to thank once again our listeners for tuning in. If you've been tuning in and asking, well, why can't we see it? Why is there no video? I want to remind everybody that through UIL regulations, we are not allowed to give a video feed on Friday night's games. But after the game, we do compile the highlights, and we will put together a highlight reel for everybody. And tonight, it's going to be mainly Raymondville. You had a big highlight by St. Joe's Coache to start the game. After that, it's been all Raymondville with big runs and an offensive explosion by the Bearcats, totaling 69 points tonight. Saul Garcia ready for the kickoff. Waiting for it in the backfield, Martinez and Cuellar. And it is a deep kickoff back to the end zone, which will be a touchback. Any updates out there? Let's take a look for Friday Night Footballs in the Valley. Right now in the fourth quarter, Mercedes up on Edinburgh High, 10-7. Harlingen High, 10. Westaco East, 0 in the third. Mission Vets, 21. Rio Grande City, 14 in the third. Hidalgo, 35. Rio Hondo, 10 in the fourth. Monte Alto takes the lead right now in against La Villa, 21-14. La Grulia up on Orange Grove, 47-27. Santa Rosa up 33-0 against Progreso. And Coach Cantu decides to take a Raymondville timeout. We'll be back. This is Real Sports Live.
Sundays, banana splits, and that's just a sample. If you can dream it, they can make it at The Scoop in Harlingen. From the deli comes a variety of sandwiches that is sure to bring you back for more. Hamburgers and hot dogs served every day. Open Tuesday through Saturday, 11 to 7, Sundays from 12 to 6. On F Street in Harlingen, it's the Scoop Ice Cream Parlor and Deli.
The kids are headed back to school. It's time to get internet from VTX1. VTX1 Companies offers fast and reliable internet throughout the Rio Grande Valley, even to some of the most remote areas. For a limited time only, get your standard installation at no cost to you. Start the school year off with a service provider you can trust by calling 1-800-446-2031. VTX1 Companies, connecting you since '52.
All right, coming out of Raymondville's timeout, it's St. Joe ball, 1st and 10 on the 25-yard line. Quarterback keep by Martinez. Martinez looking up the right side of the field, trying to find any room that he can find, but there's absolutely none.
Looks to be tackled initially by number 4.
Tackle by number 4, Samuel Gomez. Second and 10 for St. Joe. Ball on the 25. Martinez looking over the sideline, waiting for the call. Call is ready. Martinez back in shotgun. Snap. Handoff, but there's a slip in the backfield. Met by Oltivero. So big loss. Loss of about 4. Loss of about 5 for the Bloodhounds. Cuellar seemed to slip right when the handoff was given, and Oltivero got back there to bring him down. St. Joe looking for some positive yards here. Let's see what they can get together. And let's see if, the Raymondville defense lets them get anything together. Raymondville's defense has just been vicious tonight, finding the ball, getting into the backfield, got themselves a pick. Looks like we got a timeout. St. Joe. This is Real Sports Live from Raymondville, Texas. We'll be back.
We are this close.
We're this close.
We are this close. Of wanting to making history.
This close to changing the world.
We are this close.
This close. This close to making sure no child suffers a crippling disease
ever again. This close.
We are this close to.
All right, welcome back to our game. We have 6 minutes into the fourth quarter. Last quarter of the game. Want to give a shout out to our listeners out there all over the valley, all over Texas, and even all over the United States. We have viewers even tuning in from Virginia. Want to thank you for listening from Virginia. Rodney Suarez, thank you for tuning in. And here we go. Martinez finds himself some room on the quarterback keep, tries to get outside to the left side of the field, picks up about 5. And to our listeners, please remember to like, share, and tell your friends to follow Real Sports Live. We had 9 games on slate tonight in the Valley. So if you're looking for your home team, tell your friends they're from the Valley. We may got you on here. So like, share, and follow Real Sports Live. So 4th and 10 for the Bloodhounds as they're looking to punt the ball away. Waiting for the punt, Nathan Munguia. Short punt, takes a bounce out of bounds.
It'll bounce out of bounds at about the 44-yard line.
Ball bounces out about the 44-yard line, and Raymondville is ready to get the ball. 5 minutes left in the game. And this game has been all Raymondville, ladies and gentlemen. Raymondville's offense has just been electrifying tonight. Led by quarterback Jared Clavazos and his two weapons to the side of him, Armendariz and Justin Cantu. Now we have Jason Cantu calling the plays in the backfield. Handoff to number 4, Sammy Gomez, who's a little speedster, finds himself a good gain of about 11. First and 10, Bearcats.
The chains for another Raymondville Bearcat. First down.
Ball on the 31-yard line of St. Joe. Raymondville is looking to extend their lead.
Yard line of St. Joe. First and 10, Bearcats.
So here we go. The Raymondville Bearcats looking to keep things going on the offensive side of the ball. Jason Cantu is in shotgun. Cantu hands it off to 32, Victor Oviedo, who finds some room up the left side of the field before taken out of bounds.
Brought down by number 1.
Number 1 of the Bloodhounds, Victor Salinas, takes Oviedo out of bounds as Oviedo gains about 6. Second and 4 for the Bearcats. Ball on the 31. Take that back. Ball on the 25-yard line now. .335 left in our ball game. Raymondville up 69-14. QB Jason Cantu goes under center and kneels the ball. Gonna let some time go off the clock. So Raymondville has the ball, 3rd and 4, ball on the 25-yard line. And it looks like they're just going to try to take off as much time off the clock as they can. They're going to run that play clock down all the way. So tonight we've had some explosive plays, and hopefully we can get this highlight reel out to you as soon as we can to show you some of these. I know you guys have been listening to us online and on our stream, whether it's through YouTube, Facebook, or Twitter. But we've had big plays all around. We had the one big play by St. Joe. Then we had big play after big play, big run after big run by the Bearcats. Led by Armendariz, who had 4 TDs tonight. Justin Cantu had 3 TDs tonight. Jared Cavazos threw for 1 to Justin Smith. Justin Smith not only added a TD, but had himself an interception. And then Jason Cantu comes, and he goes in and gets himself a little bit love, bringing up the ball for the Bearcats in the 4th quarter. The defensive side of things, they also got themselves a TD on a fumble recovery. Dylan Ramirez has been all over the backfield, all over the running backs and the quarterbacks, and he got himself a fumble, which on that fumble, Thomas Zambrano goes and picks it up and takes it for the TD. The Bearcats decide to kneel the ball down into the 4th down, giving the ball back to St. Joe with about 1:50 left in our game. So what's coming up ahead for these two teams? Who'll meet PI next week, and Raymondville will be going to Kingsville to take on King High. So St. Joe gets the ball. Gain of about 1, brought down by number 23 of the Bearcats, Jason Medina.
Second down and about 11 for the Bloodhounds.
So there was a loss on that play, and not a gain of 1, but a loss of 1. So they're looking at 2nd and 11. So Martinez looking over to the sideline as the clock continues to tick down. We're at 1:09 left in the game. St. Joe will probably get a couple plays in before time expires. Martinez, hands off, decides to pull it out, keeps it himself, finds himself some room up the right side of the field, gets himself a nice run for a first down. Jose Peña meets Martinez to finally take him down, but not after a nice gain of about 15. .38 seconds left in the game. Martinez calls for the ball, keeps it himself, takes it up the right side of the field, and he's still chipping away, picks up about 8. Martinez has that mind frame. He's like, I'm going to keep playing. I don't care how many seconds is left. Give me another play, and I'll just take it myself. I'll take the ball, and I'll try to get what I can. Martinez gets a snap, once again decides to call his own number, takes the ball up, and tries to get that first down, and he does. With about 4 seconds left, clock is stopped. And that will be the ball game. So the Raymondville Bearcats come up with a big win tonight against the St. Joe Bloodhounds, putting up 69 points in an offensive explosion by the Bearcats. Big plays and big numbers tonight for Raymondville's 2 stud running backs, Justin Cantu and Zaravian Armendariz. Armendariz ends up with 4 touchdowns tonight. Justin Cantu ends up with 3 touchdowns tonight. Quarterback Jared Cavazos threw himself a touchdown to Justin Smith. Justin Smith got himself a receiving touchdown and also comes away with a pick tonight. And then to clean it all up, Jason Cantu comes into QB play in the 4th quarter and picks himself up a touchdown himself. Defensively, wow, Raymondville's defense said, let's go. I am challenged. They were challenged tonight. If you were listening earlier to my broadcast, I was talking about Kawachi, who is St. Joe's stud running back. The kid had 2 200-yard games before coming in tonight. So he was going to be the guy that Raymondville was going to key off of. Well, the Raymondville defense stepped up. They stepped up. They gave up a big run to Kawachi to start the game, but then after that, Dylan Ramirez, Noe Zambrano, the big boys up the middle said, hey, let's get ourselves together. Let's stop that, and that's exactly what they did. After that, St. Joe struggled to get any positive yardage. And like I say, as we look ahead, Brownsville St. Joe will be going to PI next week to take PI on, and the Rainbow Bearcats will be traveling to Kingsville to take on King High. We're still in a young season this year. There's still lots of football to play. Teams are fine-tuning. They're seeing what works, what doesn't work, and it's just exciting. We got a lot of football left to play this year, and we want to thank you guys for listening to Real Sports Live. This is Marco Munguia, and that'll do it for us tonight. Want to thank Raymondville ISD for having us here tonight. Want to thank their tech department for getting us set up. Remember, like, share, follow Real Sports Live, YouTube, Facebook, Twitter. Hey, listen, we got you. Your sports, your home for Valley Sports right here at Real Sports Live. That'll do it for me tonight from Raymondville, Texas, Burnett Stadium. Once again, the Raymondville Bearcats 69, St. Joe Bloodhounds 14. Thank you, and have a good night, ladies and gentlemen.